Alright, so I just got home and this is an article I've wanted to talk about today and I read it earlier and I've wanted to talk about all day. So an iOS developer by the name Hamza Sood, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. She has a picture, or he or she, I don't know who this person is. I can't tell who it is either because they have a picture of a minion as their profile picture here. But they wrote on Twitter, which I don't use Twitter really, but they put this here and it says, not much is a surprise, but Xcode confirms 2 gigs for the 6S and 6S Plus, which that's to be expected. Keep in mind, 1 gig of RAM works perfectly on all the iOS devices now, and 4 gigs for the iPad Pro. They also showed the picture here. I'm not really sure. It's just a picture of different windows they have open on a Mac computer, and it's just showing all the different RAMs for each one. And I think the 4 gigs for the iPad Pro is really, it's going to be great for everything. I doubt people will buy the iPad Pro for productivity. I bet it's just going to be for people that kind of the same people that like the iPad, but they want something even bigger to have more fun on, more pictures, more music, more movies, more better web surfing, just everything. I bet that's what the iPad Pro is going to sell to people that just like big screens on their tablets and phones. That's who's going to buy it. I doubt people will use it for productivity, but 4 gigs of RAM on there. Keep in mind, a Windows computer with 4 gigs of RAM now is considered shit. An Android phone with 1 gig of RAM is considered shit. Or 4 gigs of RAM on Windows isn't bad. It's decent. It's not terrible. It's not good. But iOS uses their RAM completely well. Phones with 1 gig of RAM on the iPhone side of things can outperform phones with 3 on Android. Yes, I know it's because Android handles their memory a lot different. I'm not going to go into that. We already know that. But this is definitely a big step for Apple in the 6S and the 6S Plus, especially the iPad Pro. I thought the iPad Pro was pretty overpriced, and I still kind of think it is, considering they're charging 200 more, I believe, to get up to the 128. But I think it's fine now that they're doing 4 gigs on there. Definitely could be used like a real computer, and when Apple meant it performs most computers, yes, I get iOS is a simpler operating system, but if you're doing simple things, it could be perfect for you, so I really think the iPad Pro could be a normal computer for some people. Maybe people who have a Chromebook or an old Windows laptop, it could replace it for them, but as of now, the 6S and the 6S Plus, 2 gigs of RAM on there. That means apps will not have to be refreshed as often when you double tap your home button and switch into an app from a couple days ago that you have open in there. It will not have to reload as often, and overall just better performance. That's all I really have to say about this, and bye.